Hey guys, it's Angela here, and today I'm going to be talking about how you are not your thoughts. So what do I mean by you are not your thoughts? Now, typically, we as people, we tend to believe that we are our thoughts. Like, if we have a certain negative thought, we tend to believe that it's real. We naturally assume that, it's truth, it's a matter of fact. We don't try to second guess it. But what if I told you that you are not your thoughts? Now, this is a concept that's constantly reinforced in the mindfulness community. If you know anything about meditation, this concept itself is probably really familiar to you. But if you don't know, I'm going to talk about it today. So, you are not your thoughts. Now, when we believe that we are truly our thoughts, it's a good thing if we don't translate it into action. But if we do, then that's a really bad thing. Because then, if we are so permeable, right, that means we're easily influenced. And if we're easily influenced, that means our thoughts easily influence our actions. So that means our actions are really erratic. We don't know what we're doing. It's going to be really unpredictable all the time because we don't know what we're going to be doing. Because our thoughts are really spontaneous, they're not controlled. And if we believe that all of our thoughts are true, now there's this quote from The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle that I really resonate with. And it goes something along the lines of, people tend to dwell more on the negative things as opposed to the positive ones. People tend to focus on the anxieties, judgments, and guilt produced by future and so on. But it's really just the future. It's the future. You can't predict the future no matter how well informed you are, because life is unpredictable. No matter how smart you are, competent you are, or how intelligent you are, you won't be able to predict the future. The future is just a concept. It's an abstract concept. You won't know, but time will tell. So this quote reminds us that we tend to cling more onto the negative situations rather than the positive ones because we want to prevent the worst case scenario. That's what it is. We try to prevent those negative feelings from arising. That's why we try so hard to prevent it from happening, and it manifests in overthinking, But what if I told you that happiness or even peace is found in the process, not from the outcome? Now, this might sound really confusing because you might think, oh, I need to get that job, that grade, or even that special someone's approval just so you can feel secure. But I don't really think that's how security works, whether it's financial, inner, or even just any kind of security. That's just not how it works, because I personally believe that when you try to find it in the outcome, it's not going to work. And even if you do get the outcome you want, I actually have a personal story that I want to talk about when it comes to happiness being found in the process. Because recently I discovered that I'm the topper of my entire class. I outdid my entire class. I have the highest average among everyone. So, when I found out, I was really happy. But I wasn't as happy as I wanted myself to be. I don't know for what reason, but I just didn't feel that happy. I didn't get it. I worked so hard to be the best. But when I finally discovered I was the best, it felt like nothing. I just felt indifferent. I didn't understand why. But I have come to the realization that maybe it's not what I was looking for. It's not what I was looking for, even though I was constantly chasing it. I had neglected many things to acquire that achievement. And when I finally got on top of the hill, it was so lonely. I was so lonely at the top. It was just not worth it. It was not worth the compromise. Would I do it again? I definitely would, but to some degree, I would have to, do things better. It's called growing pains. I'm definitely grateful for the experience though. And another thing I want to mention is being misunderstood at school. I'm actually really misunderstood at school. People totally don't understand me. I'm not respected at all. It doesn't matter how I establish my boundaries. These people just want to misunderstand me. Like they're just clinging onto a narrative where I'm like the bad guy or whatever. So for a long time, I was wrestling with myself about this. Like, oh, did I do something wrong? Did I do something to trigger them? I thought for a moment it was because of my personality. But over time, I have come to make peace with the fact that, these people, they're never going to understand me. And there's really no point in trying to prove myself to people that don't understand me. And it's okay. It's okay to not be it's okay to not be understood. It's okay to not have a lot of friends. It's okay because I know this is temporary. It won't last forever. And that's the beauty of it, There's beauty in impermanence. And it's really great. It's really nice. And it allows me to focus more on the greater things that are happening outside of school. Because without rain, there wouldn't be sunshine and rainbows. So it is what it is after all. So with that said, I definitely think that you shouldn't let your thoughts define you. You shouldn't let other people's opinions define you. And most importantly, don't let the negative thoughts influence your actions. Like cling on to the good ones, but let go of the bad ones. Or just hold on to it for a moment and just let it go. You don't have to cling on to it like your life depends on it. It doesn't matter if you're even holding a grudge onto someone. If you're clinging so tightly onto a grudge, that means the person really wronged you to some degree. I totally understand that. Part of the process of smelling the roses is to embrace the thorns that come with it. So yeah, it might be painful, it might be devastating, or it might be heartbreaking. But at the end of the day, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And it's going to be worth it, even if you can't see it. There will always be something that's guiding you towards the path that you're meant to be at. You just have to trust the process and enjoy, make the most of what you can in the moment. And I'll see you next time. Have a great one. Bye.